Alright, we're doing our final 5-minute yoga video, and this one is just a small breathing technique that you can try in order to calm down the body. So it's really helpful to understand the why for breathing exercises, because sometimes they feel kind of pointless, like why am I, what's the backing behind breathing in a certain way, what's it doing to my body? So I do want to explain that pretty briefly. We have lots of components to our nervous system, and one of the components is the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. When we're feeling anxious, when we're feeling overwhelmed, or when we're in a dangerous situation, the sympathetic nervous system gets activated, and that is like the fight, flight, or freeze mode that we talk about. There are times when our body is confused, we're stressed, and the sympathetic nervous system takes over and it doesn't need to be. So we want to let that one go and activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So in order to do that, one of the easiest ways to access the parasympathetic nervous system is with a really full exhale. So this breathing technique is going to incorporate longer, extended exhales. It's called 4-7-8 breath. I'm going to show you some variations of it and show you how to practice it and get more comfortable with it. Sometimes breathing techniques, you try it once or twice and it just feels not helpful, and it feels really hard to focus on your breath, and it makes you feel more anxious. And so if that's the case, hopefully I can give you some tools that will make it easier for you to practice and get more comfortable with it over time. But if that's not the case and this just isn't the exercise for you and it's not helpful, that's okay. It doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It just means that maybe you need more time with it, or maybe it's just not right for you. So 4-7-8 breath. It is actually used with a lot of therapists. They use it a lot in counseling, and the name is kind of self-explanatory. So you're going to inhale for 4 counts, and then you're going to hold your breath for 7 counts, and then exhale for 8 counts. We're going to start with that. You can also do inhale for 2, hold for 3, exhale for 4. That one is a little bit quicker, and it creates more heat in the body just because we are breathing faster, which isn't to say that it's not going to have a calming effect, but it's just different. So we're going to try the 4-7-8 breath and just see how you do, and then I'll explain a couple things. We'll try it again, and then we'll do 2-3-4 breath just to try it out. So starting with our 4-7-8 breath, get into a comfortable seated position where your spine is lengthened up. If we're crouched over, it's going to inhibit a good breath flow. So we want to lengthen our torso, soften our shoulders, and feel our body release down into the floor. Let go of unnecessary tension. So we're going to work into it slowly. We're not going to do it immediately. I want you to just first focus on your breath, observe how it feels. At any time as we're moving through the exercise and it doesn't feel right, you can't catch a breath, just do what you need to get back into a comfortable feeling with your breath. You can just go back to natural breath or something. We're going to take a couple more breaths here, and we're going to start. So you're taking your final exhale to prepare, and now we'll begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Twice more. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Return back to natural breath. See how your body feels. So a couple things, you may have noticed that it was really hard to hold your breath or to exhale for that long. 7 counts and 8 counts is kind of long, especially since it's not something that we do very often. So a couple tips, when you're holding your breath, we tend to squeeze our shoulders up to our ears and like tense up our face and like our whole body gets tight. So instead of doing that, feel your inhale is really gentle and soft so that when you hold your breath, the only holding is in your throat. You're only holding there. You're not tensing up anywhere else in the body. And then as you exhale, you can start to use a breathing technique called Ujjayi breath. It's just a method of breathing that can help extend the breath. And the way you do that is, if you imagined fogging up a mirror in front of you, you would make that sound. It feels like a warm whisper in the back of your throat. We want to do that, but with our mouth closed. So you take an inhale, and then you're going to exhale. So just try that a few times, still imagining, I put my hand out just to remind you of the mirror, but try that a few times where you can feel the little whisper in the back of the throat. What's happening is you're constricting the throat just a tiny bit so that the breath is flowing through a smaller hole, and then the breath will go through slower, so it'll extend the exhale. So that's something that you can do when you're exhaling for those 8 counts to help you extend it that whole time. So try that Ujjayi breath a few more times. I'll try it with you, and hopefully you can hear it through. I don't know how good the audio is going to be for that, but I can hear it pretty loudly when I'm breathing that way. And you feel your belly button pull in as you exhale, which also is helping to stabilize so that the diaphragm is what's working more with the breath instead of the breath extending into the belly. So you want to stabilize with the core as much as you can too. So let's try 4, 7, 8 breath. We'll do it 1 round of 3 again, and then we'll try 2, 3, 4 breath right after it. I'll just go straight into that, and we'll do that one 3 times. So I'll count you through it. If at any time you need to take a break, don't worry, you can do that, and you can rewind or whatever you need to do. But get back into your comfortable seated position with your lengthened torso. Softening the body, softening the face, remembering gentleness in the body, so that once we get into our holding in the breath, we're not holding in the body. Take your final exhale here to prepare, and now we'll begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take a few natural breaths, and then we're going to go into 2, 3, 4 breaths. See how the body feels. Taking your final exhale here to prepare. And now we'll start. Inhale, 2, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Return to natural breath. Observe how the body feels. If your eyes are closed, you can open them. So that's all we're gonna do today, but just see how that feels. It may still feel foreign to you and may not feel very comfortable. If you try it a few more times, maybe first thing when you wake up, or as you're trying to fall asleep, or when you're in the shower, or at some point when you can just kind of focus for a minute, you're doing something pretty monotonous with your hands or whatever, cooking. Practice, it does take practice. So, but if it never ends up being comfortable and helpful for you, that's okay too. I just figured I'd offer that. It tends to be one of the most effective breathing techniques for the general population. So if you have any questions about it or any of the other videos, just contact me on Instagram or through email, or on my website, and we can kind of figure it out together, because I want these things to be helpful for you. So thanks for joining me for these videos.